Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to Public Laws 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Will everyone please rise to salute the flag, followed by a moment of silence.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1, is the Coast Guard Auxiliary here?
Yes, they are.
You guys want to come up? So item 1, proclamation recognizing National Safe Boating Week, the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary Flotilla 79.
Wherever you'd like to sit or stand. Stand up here, yes, so we can.
Welcome, guys. Whereas recreational boating is a significant part of the heritage and lifestyle of Lacey Township, New Jersey, providing residents with endless opportunities for enjoyment on Barnegat Bay and our beautiful waterways. And whereas the safety of our boating community is of paramount importance and the prevention of accidents and fatalities requires a commitment to education, preparedness, and responsible behavior. And whereas the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary Flotilla 7-9 of Lacey Township serves as a vital partner in maintaining maritime safety through its unwavering dedication to public service and education. And whereas Flotilla 79 works tirelessly to promote safe boating practices by providing essential safe boating courses, including upcoming classes on May 2nd, June 13th, and July 11th, and offering free vessel safety checks at marinas throughout Lacey Township, ensuring that local boaters are both knowledgeable and properly equipped. And whereas Flotilla 79 works diligently to promote safe boating practices, including the critical importance of wearing life jackets, which remain the most effective tool in preventing drowning. And whereas the flotilla further enhances the safety of our community. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Stephen Kennis, Mayor of Lacey Township, on behalf of myself and the Township Committee, do hereby proclaim May 16th through 22nd, 2026 as National Safe Boating Week in Lacey Township, and encourage all boaters to make safety a priority whenever enjoying our waterways. I further commend the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary Flotilla 7-9 for their continued education and outstanding efforts in promoting safe boating practices and helping to keep our waterways safe for all. Thank you very much.
If you want to come around and pitch, because the mayor stands here with them.
So that way, and then.
Go out there and you can get right in front of them. Come on, go in the
Face-
middle,
face-
and they'll turn around. That's okay. Gentlemen, come around to him so that he gets some good pictures and we're out of the way.
As the proclamation said, we're here to support the boating community and make sure everyone stays safe. The safe boating classes, as was mentioned, the next one is June 13th, and the one after that is July 11th. And we look forward to having residents and boaters join us for the classes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Awesome. Item 2, special use permit car show at 2200 Lacey Road on June 13th, 2026.
This is a private residence, 2200 Lacey Road, west of the Parkway. They've done some car shows there in the past. They're looking to do a car show on June 13th with a rain date of June 14th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. They will have a food truck at the event, and the event is to benefit Angels in the Infield, which is a nonprofit focused on providing baseball equipment, clothing, and other necessities for families in poverty-stricken communities.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 3, special use permit, The Forgotten Room on May 16th, 2026, October 3rd, 2026, and December 5th, 2026.
The Forgotten Room is looking to do an outdoor vendor event on these 3 dates in their parking lot. So it's May 16th from 11 to 4, October 3rd from 11 to 4, and December 5th from 5 to 9. There'll be various vendors and a food truck on site, and there's no rain date for these events.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Pod extension request at 835 Chelsea Street.
Resident at 835 Chelsea Street is asking for a 2-month extension on the pod permit that they have. So that would bring us to July 18th. And their insurance provider told them that the reason for all of the delays is due to the large number of local claims that they had from this winter.
How many extensions have we
I was
given
just
them
going to
already?
say, have
This would be their first one from the governing body.
Be the first one from the governing body.
Correct.
So they want to go out 60 days
Yes,
to July.
July, July 18th.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5, Captain's Inn and the waterfront, request for noise ordinance waiver.
We received a request from both the Captain's Inn and the Waterfront to extend the noise ordinance, just as we did last summer. So those restrictions were allowing amplified sound until 11 p.m. on select days between Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day weekend. So those days would include Fridays, Saturdays, and the evening prior to a holiday weekend.
Move it. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, motion to adjourn?
Move it.
Move it.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Moving to the township meeting. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to the public laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Item 1, second reading ordinance 2026-10, amending Chapter 21 of the Township Code entitled Parks.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 261 of the Township Code of the Township of Lacey entitled Parks. This is the second reading, so we'll open the floor to public comment. This is to increase the Whibbit fees and the beach badge fees.
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Second reading ordinance 2026-11, setting salaries for the CWA union.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending an ordinance entitled An Ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, affixing and determining the salaries, wages, and compensation for the officers, employees, and members of the governing body of the township. This is specifically for the clerical union employees. Second reading, open the floor to public comment.
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Move it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-147, authorizing the budget to be read by title only.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the reading of the budget by title only.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. There's opening the floor to public comment on the 2026 municipal budget. Come on up. Please state your name for the record.
Yes, of course. Richard Bidnick, Lacey Citizens for Responsible Government. Can you tell us what the percentage is of this tax increase?
Ms. Cavello?
It's a 4.3-cent increase, which is 7.66%.
Okay, and can you tell me exactly what the dollar amount is that you're going to be collecting in increased taxes by this tax increase?
The total tax levy is $24,786,703.90.
And how much of an increase is that? That's the amount I wanted to know. What is the difference between the current, with the increase of the tax increase? What is the dollar amount of just the tax increase?
You're asking from last year to this year.
Correct.
You got it? Okay.
So that's $1,852,807.80.
Okay, and how much of that is just going to employee health insurance?
That's over $2 million, the increase.
Over $2 million. Okay, thank you very much.
Anything else from the public?
Oh, here he comes.
Joe Bransford, 113 Amber Mist Way. Just a question, since I know we're supposed to make statements and not questions, but is the tax rate going to be .607 per 100?
Yes.
Thank you.
Anything else from the public?
Seeing none, make a
What?
motion. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you over there, Steve. Sorry about that.
Quite right. I've been on notice for
We all.
You guys.
State your name, please.
Steve Ball, Forked River. I'm concerned about how the 2026 budget I'm looking at, there's a lot of things you're buying, but a lot of them are probably needed. Does this budget affect the $29 million debt that the township has? Is it going to reduce it, leave it the same, increase it? What's the answer of that?
Go ahead, Linda.
Well, we'll have a reduction from a down payment we will have to make on the existing debt, and then we will be taking out another bond ordinance to increase the
I
debt.
didn't understand the last thing you said.
We will have both. We'll make a down payment on the existing debt, which will reduce it.
And the
then
ex-
we will also borrow more, which will increase it. So
For-
overall, it'll be increased.
Overall, it will go down or up? Up. By how many million?
The bond ordinance won't be borrowed until, well, actually, I already borrowed, it's $3 million more,
So it would be 32 million.
and then you have to take $1 million off for bond reduction.
Well, thank you for that not so good news.
Anything else from the public?
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 2026-148, adopting the municipal budget.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, adopting the local municipal budget of the Township of Lacey for the fiscal year 2026. General appropriations for municipal purposes is $45,163,824.22. Reserve for uncollected taxes is $1,864,051.78. Total general appropriations is $47,027,876. Less anticipated revenues is $22,241,172.05, and the amount to be raised by taxes for support of municipal budget is $24,786,703.95.
Move it.
Second.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-149, awarding a contract for the purchase and installation of security cameras for Lacey Township facilities.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract for the purchase and installation of security cameras to Gridless Power for Lacey Township facilities in the amount of $84,908.60.
Move it. Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-150, awarding a contract for the purchase and installation of additional walkway lighting at Gilly Park.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract for the purchase and installation of additional walkway lighting at Gilly Park to Warsher Electric Supply Company Incorporated in the amount of $99,961.03.
Move it. Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-151, awarding a contract for the purchase of a Samurai Boom mower.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Cherry Valley Tractor Sales for the purchase of a Samurai Boom mower in the amount of $191,246.55.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-152, awarding a contract for the purchase of a 2026 Mason dump body.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract for the purchase of a 2026 Mason dump body to Dejana Truck and Utility Equipment in the amount of $17,540.
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-153, awarding a contract for the purchase of a 2026 Ford F-250 Super Cab with plow system.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract for the purchase of one 2026 Ford F-250 Super Cab with snowplow system to United Ford in the amount of $67,265.
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-154, awarding a contract for the purchase of three Stryker Stair Chair Pro chairs and Power Load Pro Care service for Lenoka Harbor EMS.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Stryker Medical to provide equipment for the Lenoka Harbor EMS in the amount of $36,252.66.
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-155, awarding a contract for an ambulance remount for Lenoka Harbor EMS.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to VCI Emergency Vehicle Specialists to provide one ambulance remount switch for the Lenoka Harbor EMS. This is
Move it.
in the amount of $9,529.
Move it. Second.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-156, awarding a contract for an ambulance remount for Lacey EMS.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to VCI Emergency Vehicle Specialists to provide one ambulance remount for the Lacey Emergency Medical Services in the amount of $174,934.16.
Move it. Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-157, awarding a contract for the purchase and installation of a generator for the police department.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Cummins Motor and Generator Company for the purchase and installation of a generator for the police department. This is in the amount of $44,250.
Move it. Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-158, awarding a contract for body-worn camera system upgrade.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Motorola Solutions in care of wireless communications and electronics for body-worn camera system.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-159, awarding a contract for the purchase of a radar speed alert trailer.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract for the purchase of a Radar Speed Alert 24 ATS-5 trailer for the Lacey Township Police Department to All Traffic Solutions in the amount of $17,065.65.
Move it. Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-160, awarding a contract for the purchase and installation of a case cracker interview room recording system server.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Mac Camera for the purchase and installation of case cracker interview room recording system server for the police department. This is in the amount of $9,445.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-161, awarding a contract for the purchase of 2 police vehicles.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract for the purchase of 2 2026 Ford Utility Interceptor vehicles to Winter Ford of Cherry Hill. This is in the amount of $90,734.
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-162, awarding a contract for the purchase of 2 DSR-1 antenna radar systems.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Stalker Radar in care of Applied Concepts for 2 DSR-1 antenna radar systems. This is in the amount of $5,238.
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-163, awarding a contract for the purchase of equipment for police vehicles.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Elite Vehicle Solutions for vehicle equipment for multiple police vehicles. This is in the amount of $3,327.18.
Move it. Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-164, awarding a contract for the purchase of an off-road vehicle for the police department.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Toms River Motorsports for the purchase of an off-road vehicle for the police department. This is in the amount of $11,049.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-165, awarding a contract for the purchase of additional equipment for police vehicles.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Elite Vehicle Solutions for vehicle equipment for multiple police vehicles. This is in the amount of $47,775.15.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-166, awarding a contract for the purchase of e-ticket printers and readers for police vehicles.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Wireless Communications and Electronics for the purchase of e-ticket printers and readers for the new police vehicles. This is in the amount of $4,137.10.
Move it.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-167, awarding a contract for the purchase of portable radios for the police department.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Motorola Solutions in care of Wireless Communications and Electronics for the purchase of mobile and portable radios for the police department in the amount of $29,483.22.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026, did I just do that one?
168.
168.
I'm on 168.
Correct.
Awarding a contract for the purchase of computer equipment for the police department.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract to Dell Technologies for the purchase of computer equipment for the police department in the amount of $19,747.02.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-169, awarding a contract for janitorial services.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract for janitorial services to Ties Cleaning Machine Commercial Cleaning Services in an amount not to exceed $112,000 for 2026.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-170, urging state leaders to implement reforms to mitigate the rising costs of health benefits for public sector employees.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, urging state leaders to implement fair and equitable reforms to mitigate the unsustainable increases in health benefit premiums for public sector employees.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-171, authorizing the execution of a discharge of mortgage for an affordable housing deed restriction.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the execution of a discharge of mortgage for 805 Cypress Court in Forked River, New Jersey.
Move it. Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-172, appointing Veronica LeRae as the acting municipal clerk for the May 28, 2026 meeting.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appointing Veronica LeRae as temporary acting municipal clerk for the May 28, 2026 committee meeting.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Only if she can handle it.
I'm hoping I can get back on that horse and, ride it,
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-173, authorizing a medical leave of absence for the clerk's office.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing an intermittent leave of absence for Lisa Monbleu in accordance with the Family Medical Leave Act.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-174, authorizing the appointment of seasonal employees for the Public Works Department.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the employment of seasonal employees for the Department of Public Works.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Abstain.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-175, authorizing the cancellation of a tax lien for Block 105, Lot 22.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the cancellation of a tax lien to property owner declaring bankruptcy prior to the tax sale.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-176, authorizing the refund of deposit monies.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the refund of deposits held for the use of municipal facilities.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-177, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills. This is in the amount of $19,475,060.81.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes, and I'll abstain on T0035.
Mrs. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
With noted abstention, yes. R5890.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, monthly reports.
Okay. For the month of April, the municipal clerk's office collected receipts in the amount of $5,901.76. For the month of March, the municipal court collected receipts in the amount of $15,416.67. For the month of April, the road opening permits were collected in the amount of $3,645, recycling commodity in the amount of $642, truck parking in the amount of $8,000. Municipal docks for the month of February is $2,795. For the month of March, $43,225. And the month of April for docks, $67,860. And the Department of Community Development for the month of April collected receipts in the amount of $88,073. Motion to accept the reports is read.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve caucus meeting minutes of April 23rd, 2026.
Move it.
Second.
Abstain.
Yeah, we're doing a roll call.
Mr.
on this.
Larray?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Abstain.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, motion to approve township meeting minutes of April 23rd, 2026.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Abstain.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, motion to approve executive session meeting minutes of April 23rd, 2026.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Abstain.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, motion to approve caucus meeting minutes of May 7th, 2026.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
I'll abstain as I was not present.
Roll call vote.
That's all right, I got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, comments from the public.
Let's bring them on up.
State your name for the
Kevin
record.
Flynn, Forked River. YMCA, what are we looking at a price tag?
Approximately $40 million,
And the payment on that would be?
roughly $3.2 million over 30
And-
years.
Over 30 years. Will that increase our taxes?
Depending on how it gets financed, yes.
If they borrow the money from you, obviously that's the plan, so
So, yes, that's the plan,
it's going to increase our taxes.
correct.
And most likely, they will be charging the residents of the town to be members, correct? I'm guessing.
Correct. All those details have.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to get a couple, I know the financial stuff you would know about, but the other membership stuff is on their side. Okay. The problem here is, the bank is next door. They walked in the wrong building. I'm not against the Y coming to town. The problem is the township does not belong in the financial business if it's going to raise our taxes. The bank is next door. Just like everybody else that wants to build something, they go get a loan at the bank. They don't need to be coming here and raising our taxes. And I looked at the plans, and the police station belongs over there, because it was only 2 years ago that the comment was made up here that they're working in the hallways at the police station. So why are we not building a new police station over there instead of the YMCA? Because they outgrew that building 10 years ago. You know there's a problem over there, but you keep ignoring it. And the town is not getting any smaller. They need a new police station. So
agree.
shame on this committee for entertaining the thought of raising our taxes so someone else can build a building. The bank is across the street. So, it's going out for referendum. Okay, So everybody out there, TV land, YouTube, TikTok, or however you're watching or listening to this meeting, vote no, because if you vote yes, your taxes are going up.
Jim, you really want to follow that?
No. Jim Latoye, Lacey Township. Quick question. I have several questions for the committee. So as I ask a question, waiting for responses. Is the clock running on me? No. Okay. First of all, I'd like to make a statement. The police department was outgrown the day we went in there because of a vote of no confidence. They cut off the back wing for patrol division. FBI came and seized $2.5 million back on that grant. So did you reach out to the YMCA or they reach out to you?
They reached out to us.
When I say you, I mean,
They reached out to us, to me personally.
okay. No, all right. I'm just asking because there's other organizations like Boy Club and Girls Club of America, PAL, which this town rejected in the 80s. That wouldn't cost you any tax dollars. Are you going to occupy any spaces in the building?
So those details have not all been worked out yet.
I mean, if we're building a 64,000 square foot YMCA recreational building, there's no sense of maintaining a recreational building, I
So
think.
right now, the plan is we're not going to disband the rec department because we do have other things that the rec department.
No, I didn't say disband. I just said share places. You know, a funny thing, after the last meeting when I spoke, went out to dinner, met a gentleman that just completed a 6-year program of $100+ million on the P3 program, which stands for Public-Private Partnership, just for the public. And when I discussed the why, he gave very stern warnings because it's a lot more difficult than an infrastructure project. Anyway, is the YMCA, like many of them do, going to house homeless people, transitional people coming out of prison, like North does, my hometown, and that's part of YMCA program. And just so what people want to know when they use that nice term transitional, these are drug addicts, rapists, child abusers, robbers, transitioning back into public. And as the three of you served on the planning board with me, the governor 2 years or a year and a half ago entered a transitional housing that Lacey had to adopt that could have up to 10 males in a single-family house with 1 bathroom. That's not single-family. Now, other than just the men coming out of, or women coming out of prison, they have shelters, homeless shelters, they have dinner rooms, and like I said, Newark has actually 200 separate apartments for families as part of their YMCA. Are they going to be part of this program or prohibited?
We don't, I mean, there's nothing signed yet, so.
Well, I'm bringing
It's all the details that have to be worked out in a contract, but that was never on the table and has never been discussed.
I'll give
Excuse
you
me
the
for 1 second, Jim. I would appreciate no comments and conversations going on back there because we are having problems with our speakers here, so it carries into there. So if you wouldn't mind, just not having all those conversations, okay? Thank you. Go ahead, Jim.
Thank you. And another program, are you aware that YMCO has a program, yes, youth experience emergency services between the ages of 13 and 17, they house. Now, is the game farm still up and running?
Yes.
So you're going to have more of them here?
But it's not part of the program.
Well, it's part of their program, and I'm
Well, but it's not part of our facility that we have been in conversation with them.
if we're funding it, the municipality has the right to restrict what's there,
Oh, definitely.
the use there. I mean, you're talking about,
We haven't even gone.
We haven't even gotten that far
We're
yet.
not even in that.
Not even
No,
close.
no, I
Thank you
agree.
for bringing it to our
No,
attention.
I bring
definitely.
it up because I had
Yes.
a nice dinner with this gentleman, and he gave me a lot of advice what to look at, and
Good.
this is different
No,
than.
good.
And there's only 13 firms in the state of New Jersey authorized to do these programs, and he's one of them. The other things I have, now, funding. Gentleman talked about the taxes that we're going to use. Municipalities can fund with Open Lands Management Act, but you don't have one. But you know who does? The county. County taxes every one of us in Ocean County. They have open land management. They could go into a program using that funds at no cost to the taxpayers. And because we know it's going to be open to the whole county, actually, it's going to be open to the general public. So they're going to be bringing
Right.
people. If Newark's overflowing and you have this situation, come on down. And I remember when I talked about the PAL back in the 80s, the mayor at that time turned around and said, we don't want busloads of people coming from North Jersey. I said, just the ones that had the cash to buy the houses, I guess. But there's some serious issues you have here, and it has to be nipped in the bud because they may have two pools there. You know, every high school is going to have a swim team now and everything else, and people from all over is going to come in. But these are a lot of, and I don't want to use the word, but these are people that are homeless for a lot of reasons. Financial, some of them. Drugs or some other. Mental illness is a great deal. In New Jersey, like everybody else, closed all down facilities like Marble because it was so cruel. It's okay for them to live in the streets. So I would like to forward to Veronica some of the materials I'm reading, and I would like to see, to inform the public, that it gets posted on the website so the general public can see what statutes to read or whatever to read, because there's a ton of it. And as you know,
First, I'd have to have the attorney review it to make sure that it's because again, we didn't solicit that information ourselves. We don't know where you got that from, so I don't know how factual it is or isn't. So
I got it from the state of New Jersey's website, so I don't trust them either.
Well, okay, well, we can agree on that. Yeah,
And
but
so
before I
anyway,
post
and-
anything that becomes factual.
And the one thing I'm going to tell you, and nothing against our attorney, nothing, you need a specialist that knows what's going on with this program. So
We
that's
understand.
an additional cost that's going to happen.
We understand. These are all the talks that we're still talking about.
And the other thing, while you're allowed to do this under all these conditions, obviously you're going to give them the land as a lease, I hope, and not give them as permanent.
Right, no.
So it's a
I know, I'm sorry.
loan lease.
Land and the building.
We're going to own it all,
All right.
because they're not taking up the whole portion of the land. There's still land there that could be utilized for
No,
something else.
I understand. I just want to make, because there's two ways to do it. One, you donate the land as a monetary thing. But if you don't want to spend taxpayers' money, and the statute allows the county to do it as well, go into a partnership with him or them.
So we're still exploring some of those avenues. But
Yes.
I'm just giving you this is the broad strokes of where we're at right now.
But if you really want to get your eyes open, go look at Newark's, and you'll be shocked.
Wait a second, Mr. Letelier, one question if I can, Mayor. You brought up stuff today that I had no idea about, as far as how, I have no desire to house or subsidize anybody coming out of prison on a Lacey tax dollar. That was never part of any discussion. I don't think it's going to be there. But what I will say is, even if this township is able to put a restrictive endorsement in, astutely, what Mayor Kennis pointed out as a land use professional, we don't know what rules, and I'll have comments on accessory dwelling units during my comments, we don't know what rules the state's going to come out with. So they may throw our restrictive endorsement in the I don't know. So if that is part of it, I'm not part of it. So I don't know what's coming down from Trenton, and what you just said tonight is a revelation to
The way you
me.
restrict it is by cutting that square footage off the building. No, that is not going in the building. You're not leaving void, empty rooms that can later be open. Like I said, those of us that serve on the planning board knows what the governor did. You got homeless people out of jail, transitioning, nice words, to life in here. I just hope they're not your neighbors.
Right, so let's just be, the YMCA is a Class 1 organization.
Nothing
It
against
just
it.
never
I used to go to the
surfaced.
Y in Newark. You can't go there no more if you don't want to get shot, stabbed, or whatever. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just state your name again.
Steve Ball, Fork River, New Jersey. Some of the questions about the YMCA were covered by the two gentlemen before me. So I did do a lot of research, and my advice to you people is to, before you make a commitment of substantial money, you should do thorough research. Reach out, put it out to us, let me know. I'll research it. Because what I'm saying is, even though you're saying it's a cost of $49 million, Steve.
40.
40? Over the course of a 30-year mortgage, it's more like 70. So that's the true number. You got to figure in, just like when you buy a car or a house, you got to figure the taxes and other fees.
Interest, yep.
When you buy a building, you got to figure out what the mortgage interest is going to be and how in debt are we going to further go. So I'm going to ask a few questions.
Okay.
And to build a new YMCA, which now I know is going to be our building, and where does the funding come from?
So taxpayers, right now.
Taxpayers.
Right now.
Okay, because, you know, in what I've researched, you can get private donations, capital campaigns, which might be a fancy word for
Yeah.
taxes, local business contributions, and significant government grants or loans. According to my investigations, the taxpayers will pay, no matter what, about 72% of the final cost
So,
of employees, of the building.
so we're not paying for employees.
You're not paying for employees.
Nope.
So
You
it's
own the
just-
building,
so-
but you're not paying
so
the
right now,
employees?
these are, so this is the high-level numbers, right? So this is not with any, there's still a possibility of potential grants. Everything you just mentioned is still on the table. Advertising revenue, all those things are not ironed out yet and are all options. So this is the, I guess, the top-level discussion, I guess, is the best way I could put it. And, yes, so we are not running the Y. We're not going to have any.
So is the
employees.
Y going to have a CEO?
Well, they have a CEO because there's a number of, they're in charge of a number of Ys. It's not the only
So there
Y.
would be no CEO domiciled here?
Well, there's, I believe there's, in this YMCA system, I believe there's 7 or 8 YMCA's in its system.
In New Jersey?
No, in the
The
Jersey Shore.
the Y of the Jersey Shore.
The Y of the Jersey, it consists of, I don't know where they are, Tom's River.
Well, they're going to service our building, so we're going to have to pay some CEO, whether they're sitting in a chair here or traveling. Oh, we won't have to pay anything towards
no.
the CEO salary?
It's the building.
Okay, so that means that we won't have to pay the employees.
We're not going to have any employees.
We don't have-
No.
They will be employees of the
Basically,
YMCA.
We're leasing the building to the Y, and they're responsible for everything else. That's essentially how it works.
And what would be the monthly lease number from them?
So we didn't work that out yet.
Again,
Right now,
advice is that you find out, the first thing you got to find out is the money side of it. I'm all for the why, but I don't want to see us going further into debt because we're going to reach that $100 million ceiling that these gentlemen here have told me, and it's such a okay thing to do.
So just, a couple things. So just so everybody's aware, on a $500,000 assessment, on a $3.2 million estimated payment is $400 on your municipal taxes.
No, that's just one of the raises.
I'm just telling you, that's.
Well,
that's-
I don't know if I could believe you.
So it's right here, it's from the tax office.
Is that online?
That is going online tomorrow.
Okay, all right. So anyways,
But again, these are standard numbers. You
So,
can do this with your own assessments.
the
Okay.
Lacey Township will have nothing to do with the day-to-day operations. They won't pay the employees because the employees get pensions, you know.
We're not responsible.
We wouldn't be responsible
Like
for
we're
that.
building a building and leasing it to them, and we have nothing to do with it after that.
Okay. Hard to believe, but
Limited. It's true.
how many other YMCA's other than Tom's River are in South Jersey? From here down to Cape May?
I don't believe there's any, but I don't know.
The Y of the
They're
Jersey
mostly-
Shore has 10 facilities.
10,
The
but I
Y
think
of the
they're all-
Jersey Shore under that.
I know, but I think they're all north.
They're all north.
They're all north.
Okay.
All north, yeah.
Right, in cities.
No,
Is-
no.
Wall, Red Bank,
Red Bank.
Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
Is
Look up the Y of
Tom's
the
River
Jersey Shore.
considered a city?
Old Bridge.
Is Tom's River considered a city?
I don't consider it a
I
city.
believe it is.
Steve,
I believe
one
it
of the
is.
things that happened, you know, because I came in a little later on this than most, and in the beginning discussions, one of the things was a name change on the YMCA because of location. And if I remember right, pretty much the Y of Southern New Jersey, they worked on, or Jersey Shores, whatever their new name is, they actually worked on, because it pretty much is from the north part of Monmouth County south, because even when they were talking to us, we did not want to be associated with and get mixed up with all these ones that are all over the place. So there was a big name change. And if I remember right, I think it's pretty much from like Red Bank south, pretty much probably the Raritan Bridge south.
Right.
And that's the Y of Jersey Shore.
Go ahead, continue.
Well, do YMCA's go out of business? What would happen in the event it went out of
So that's-
business since we owned the
So
building?
that's currently under discussion.
Okay, because I did some research, and they have been closing individual branches around the country due to declining revenue, high operational costs, and declining membership. Some go Chapter 11. I got Stamford, Connecticut, Longmont, Colorado, Birmingham, Michigan, Heart of the Valley, Alabama, and the National YMCA CEO says online that dozens across the country are at risk of going Chapter 11.
So we're aware of in the event that they back out or go bankrupt. But we
Well,
haven't-
how do you know that could happen?
Well,
anything can happen, but we haven't.
What would be what's the contingency?
Well, let me-
Again, we're not there yet.
I have.
Okay, so next meeting, you would have this information?
Not necessarily next meeting. You will have it before we go to referendum, but not
Okay.
necessarily next meeting.
Mayor, if I may.
I'm a little bit surprised because we have faith in you people to properly lead our township. And for you to be this into it without knowing all the underbelly of it is not right.
So first you have to start with what's the scope of the project. You can't do it, you have to know what the size of the building that we're talking about. It's the starting point. You have to know what you're getting into before you can do any of the other stuff.
Okay.
So we have the call, again, this is where we're at. You have the information, we're providing information.
By what date do you think you'll know all
Before the
the
re-
good
before the
and the
referendum.
bad? Before the
I'm
referendum? That's in
hoping-
November.
Well, okay.
So that's
it's
only
gonna
a
be
few months
yeah,
away.
be way before that. I'm hoping at the end of June, but don't hold me to it.
By the end of August, we have to have that
Yeah,
number.
by the
in
end
order
of
to place
August,
it
we'll
on the
definitely have it.
referendum
So-
ballot.
Okay, so what's the referendum going to say?
We're
You
not
need to
there
know the
yet.
question yet.
You're way
don't
ahead.
know.
All, the
Well,
information.
there's a lot of people that are very concerned about this because a lot of people are on fixed incomes. A lot of people are just barely getting through the week. Might not be you people,
so just-
but there are a lot of them type people in this town.
So you have to understand, I've mentioned this many times before, this is not exactly about a YMCA. The township is deciding whether they want a town center or not a town center. The way the town is developed, we do not have a town center. The town was developed poorly for many years.
So what's the town center do?
So I'm saying, this is the last opportunity, this is the last acres that the town owns that you could do something
Well, you
on.
guys sold all the rest of it off, right?
Well, it wasn't, this stuff had to be planned in the 70s. If you're trying to do some sort of, say, a historic district or some type of downtown, you have to plan this as decades. Land use is decades, not years, it's decades. So frankly, this has been going on a long time. It takes a long time to even get to this point. But, so it's not exactly about a Y, it's about building a community space with our last bit of 10 acres. It's adjacent to Gilly Park, kind of have this is kind of like the center of town now. Everything occurs at Gilly Park. Got the Wawa and Starbucks now. The schools are in close proximity. That's the last 10 acres something like this can happen at. Everything else has been gobbled up or, there's nothing, the township owns no buildable property left. That's it. So let me just finish. So you also have to be aware that stuff changes very quickly in or it seems like it's taking a long time, but it goes very quickly. And so you never know when if the state is going to change rules, and all of a sudden that some future committee has to use that property for something else. I could give you plenty of examples where one thing happened in town, and then through time and the rules change, or, you know, the development changes, and it changes the project. Let me give you an example. So the property behind CVS, right?
In
CVS
Lenoka?
Plaza in Lenoka. That was approved probably 20 years ago for 84 senior, age-restricted senior condos.
Right.
84. So the Corzine changed the rule, like, the rules kept changing over time. The builder would get approvals, and then it would change. In addition, the residents fought that tooth and nail to have that stopped, right?
Okay.
The CVS, that went bankrupt for a while, that sat vacant. So in the meantime, the rules changed. So what changed? Corzine changed that if you had something approved but not yet built, you can make it market rate units. So that stripped away the senior, you know, the ability, it's not senior.
Age restricted.
Yeah, it's not age restricted anymore. Then from there, the state came in and said, well, now every township is required to have affordable housing units. And that number keeps going up. It used to be, you know, a relatively small number, and they keep changing it and come back and ask for more units. The point is, by the time the smoke cleared and everybody fought it so long, those 84 units became 225 apartments. So be careful what you wish for is the moral of that story.
Well, you know, it's a good idea. I'll agree with it. But the funds aren't there.
Well,
It's like, you know, I got a 16-foot boat, and a guy goes by in a 30-foot cabin cruiser. Man, I would love to have that. It's a nice thought, but it's not financially sound to do.
Everybody's going to get all the information, it's going to go on a referendum, and then everybody's going to make up their own mind.
Well, obviously, it's going to make the taxes go up, so that's a
Just
bad
told you how
thing.
much it is. So, yeah,
That's a
nobody
bad
wants that.
thing.
So-
That's something that we're making the taxes go up. Things that the police need, or the firemen, or the EMS, that's a necessity. You know what? Is it a want or a need? Tell me, which is it? The YMCA, is it a want or a need?
I wouldn't say I don't necessarily want it or need it. I think it's good for the township.
Well, it's not a need.
Let me just say this, if I may, is the mayor and I have been in conversation. We don't even have a memorandum of understanding yet, okay? That's step one of many. And I have talked to him, and we're talking about exit fees for the YMCA. Should they leave this town before their time is up, what are they going to pay us? So, again, this is going to be a tough negotiation, because they don't like to do that. But we're going to try to put that in there.
Well, we just don't have enough jelly beans in the jar to be doing this, that's all I could say.
Steve,
You know, and that's the bottom line. I mean, when my kids wanted something, did I buy them a Stingray Corvette or a regular car? I bought them a regular car because it was ridiculous to go the other way. And this is another example of us being suspicious and unreasoning that we don't know why you guys are operating the way you are. And people ask me, I say, I don't know. I don't know where they get these ideas. But they got them.
Steve,
And we should be working on trying to get our debt down through slicing things. But everything I hear, taxes are going up. You had your specialist here. She said they're going up,
So,
$3 million.
I've had this conversation, I believe, with, say it up here many times. The cost of the township has very, very little to do with what we're borrowing. It's people only. So if we're not reducing staffing, which we're not, nobody ever wants us to reduce staffing. Everybody's always asking us to do more.
Yeah.
They want more employees at DPW.
Yeah.
That's all the costs.
That's
So
everywhere.
So unless somebody is going to come up to the microphone and say, I need you guys to cut staff, we're not going to cut staff. We trim it.
You definitely ain't cutting staff.
Well, we
I
are.
see
We did,
that.
we did it tonight. We're subbing out for janitorial services. But it's not like, we're not saving millions. We're saving something. But we did it tonight. We approved janitorial services instead of having DPW do it.
Well, I commend you on that, but I don't commend you on wanting the YMCA when we do not have the money to fund it.
Well, that's
If
why-
you had $50 million in the bank and you say, listen, we're going to take 30 out towards the YMCA, and we'll mortgage the other 12, 15 million. I think a lot of people would definitely jump on that. But when you go with nothing and have to finance 100% of anything, it's something that you should really sit back and think about. Is this really a benefit for the for the township taxpayers?
So, again, you could take the Y out of it. It doesn't matter whether it's fire trucks, a new police station, a new town hall.
Right.
It's going to be 100%.
Well, not the new town hall,
It's
please.
100% financing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is in the same pot. So
Yeah.
this is just a matter of
Well,
whether.
again, we're back to the question, is it a want or a need? You don't need it, you want it.
So in my opinion, I think this is a net positive for the township as a whole. I think it's going to bring in more business to the township. It's going to help small businesses. There's a whole economic study that's online, if you've been online.
Well-
So I think it's a net positive to have more people coming here and spending their money. I'm equating it no different than the Home Depot or the Walmart. Yes, it's different on how it's going to be financed. I agree. But not on anything else about it. It's going to employ people. I mean, how many times everybody's complaining about kids don't have enough to do, or, we need more things for the kids? Like, this answers a lot of questions. The seniors need more social engagement. So as a net positive.
That's all true.
So all I'm saying,
I'm actually agreeing with you.
So all we're going to do, again, we're giving as much information as we can as we get it, and as I'm comfortable discussing it, and then we're going to get everybody make up their mind, and it'll be on a referendum, and you could vote.
Okay.
If everybody votes no, we're not going to do it.
Steve,
me ask
one thing I want to say, because you bring up a lot of good points, so did Jimmy. And what's good about it, too, is sometimes it triggers something that might be new to us, too. But the one thing is, I was a big believer, and I've said it from the beginning, we got to get, anything we do, we need to get as much information out there as possible. And the one thing, like you said, thorough research. There's a lot of work being done and research being done, and something new comes up and we question them. This has been going on for
3 years.
3 years now, so it's even before me, because there is so much being brought forth. And like Steve just said, as it's stuff that we can bring out accurately. Because one of the things is sometimes you have discussions, and discussions create discussions with us negotiating with them or back and forth. And I'm a huge believer that everybody, through research, the working of it, the numbers are still getting worked on. And if we even guessed at numbers and threw them out there, you know how that runs rampant. And we know that's very, very important, because I agree with you 1,000%. Where we drive by, a nice new car goes by us, we want it until we go to the dealership and see what the payment is a month. I agree with you 5,000%. So as fast as we can get, Tim just said it, we don't have a memorandum of even an agreement yet with them, because we're trying to work out is not just details, programs, different things like this. One of the big things is, which concerned us all, if, this is an if, Lacey decides to have it, Lacey residents get discounts, and they get priority to all the programs before anybody else. Because yes, a Y is opened up, say, to the county or whatever. But we're trying to research all these safeguards, put them in, and present them. Of course, as we present information, is going to create more questions. So we do welcome them, but this stuff sometimes takes a while, so we're trying to get as much out there for everybody so that the information that we do put out there, one, being upfront, and two, it's about as accurate as we can get it, because we have had meetings where some numbers have been thrown around between, say, our Zoom meetings, and we're like, no, we need better hard numbers. We need to know where things are coming from, because we're not stupid up here.
Yeah.
And the one thing is, and I've said it a million times, we're custodians of your money. I said it before I ran. These gentlemen know it up here. Steve had just mentioned it, that this will be put up for referendum. We present it. You won't hear me ever telling you how to vote or suggesting how to vote on something.
Well, it just,
But let me finish.
go ahead.
To me, it's your money. You put it up for a referendum. You decide. And you know I say this all the time. Listen, learn, and pull the lever that's in the best interest of you, the taxpayer and homeowner. If you think it's a bad idea, even if it's only over cost, because it's hard to knock the why itself. But if it's a cost thing, I agree with you. If you can't afford something.
That's the problem.
And you know what, but, as you did here tonight, I can't see anything changing. This, no matter how it works out and whatever's presented, this is going to be presented to you, the voters and the taxpayers of Lacey Township, to make the decision. Just because the committee's researching something doesn't mean you're getting it. Nobody here is saying we're going to go ahead and do this. At least you're never going to see that from me. I want your guys' opinion. I want your guys' vote. I want you to learn. Listen, and the committee seems to be on board with that too, the whole committee. But I'm not speaking for themselves. So this is something I think Kevin had mentioned. Listen, learn, and come November, it's on that referendum, make the decision that's best for you.
Let me ask the mayor something, because he brought it up. Maybe he can inform everybody. I'm not putting you on the spot, but you're good with land use, so I'm showing you respect by doing this. But I'm giving you a little
You're gonna set me up.
prod. No, I'm not saying, you're my good friend and I trust you. And that's for real, you know that. So let's say we develop that 10-acre plot. And now it's developed with a beautiful YMCA, which is a high-quality value add to the town. That means affordable housing can't go there because a YMCA will be there. But the state of New Jersey has a never-ending voracious appetite for affordable housing.
Right.
So, and that's our last piece.
It's our last piece.
So where will we put? Will they make us will they annex a park from us? Will they go into the
They'll
park?
make us-
What's
so-
going on with that?
And it's not just affordable housing, this is just rules change. So, I got in the weeds on this. So in that case, if they keep pushing the affordable housing, which it seems like it's not going to stop, the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court just denied the lawsuit from other municipalities it got appealed all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court, and they declined to hear it. So there's a proposal that we just voted no on, or what am I looking for? Didn't want them to do it. Resolution to not we don't want them to do it. So change that, right now, our township ordinance is 8 units per acre. On this last go-round in our commercial districts, this last go-around, they weren't even happy with the 8 units per acre. They made us upzone a couple parcels to 12 units per acre in order to satisfy the requirements for affordable housing. In addition to that, there's legislation that's proposed right now. We just got the update from New Jersey League of Municipalities the other day, to allow nonprofits, which are churches, to allow 40 acres per zone and allow it to exceed the story requirement by 1 story without municipal input approvals. So what would happen in that case is the township would be forced to go out and take taxpayer money and go buy property to give it to a builder to build affordable housing. That's how it works.
The moral to the story is the YMCA is not the worst of the worst.
That is the moral.
Okay? Spit it out.
That's the moral of the story.
I'll be back.
Thank you for your comments. Anybody else? Come on up.
It's
Right over there.
State your name one more time.
It says no food or drinks in the room.
Right. I'm not quite sure what we're not getting.
Before I start my act.
Just state your name one
Okay.
more time.
Richard Bidnick, Lacey Citizens for Responsible Government. Before I start my actual comments, I actually have an announcement to make. Okay. Last night, Preservation New Jersey awarded the Warden House a place on its list of the 10 most endangered historic sites in New Jersey for 2026. Despite this recognition, along with its eligibility for the New Jersey Register of Historic Places and a pending application, the house now faces imminent demolition due to the township's planned sale of the property for commercial redevelopment, reportedly including a convenience store and a gas station. Although township officials have allowed the building to deteriorate through neglect, engineering evaluations confirm that the structure remains sound and can be safely relocated. Demolishing the Warden House would mean the permanent loss of an irreplaceable piece of Lacey Township and national history. I respectfully urge the Township Committee to immediately pause the sale, honor our preservation commitments, and work with residents, Preservation New Jersey, and local advocates to protect and save this important historic landmark. Our community's history deserves better than to be paved over for commercial development. And I would like to thank our wonderful team at the Charles A. Smith Memorial Association for the outstanding job you have done trying to preserve our history and for your undying dedication to protecting what is left of our town's historical significance. Hats off for a job well done. You are all the best, and many of you are here tonight. Thank you. Now on to my regular comments. At the last meeting, Mr. McDonald, you made an important admission after my public comments where I was questioning whether Lacey is still great. You said you did not care about the mistakes that have been made by previous governments and including this one. Sir, I appreciate your candor for saying what many of us have known for years. I want to say this to you, Mr. McDonald. If you don't know where you came from, you obviously have no clue where you are, and you certainly don't know where you were going. This fatal idea that you can just ignore all the past mistakes and keep moving forward is folly. The town has declined, and it had declined because of many of the misguided decisions that have been made by this body and previous past township committees. You cannot just lay your head in the sand and try to pretend that what was happening in the past has not laid the foundation for the issues we are facing today. But thank you, sir, for your accountability. My comments at the last meeting were also not my opinion. They were based on facts, sad facts, I must say. Now, Ms. Giuliano, you're up for re-election this year. I want to ask you this. You told us when you were mayor that you would be transparent in the future if the township moved forward with any type of building schemes such as the YMCA. I personally was shocked at how far along this project has been before you decided to seriously let the cat out of the bag. I feel you have betrayed us because you were not transparent. I was shocked to see a full building design done without any public input, then the mayor blatantly blurting out that it was going to be on the referendum come this November, without any real numbers or even sustainability costs explained. We are not children. And I certainly never voted for anyone on this body to just do whatever you want. You are accountable to we, the people, and not the other way around. And let that sink in, please. And another question that I have. I want you to answer this question, Ms. Giuliano. What have you done to make life more affordable here in Lacey for the citizens that you represent in this town? Affordability is the #1 concern for voters this year. All I see every year is our taxes going up. You could not even stand up for us over the last 3 years when our taxes were going through the roof because of our poorly managed school district. Please answer the question. What have you done to make life more affordable? And please tell me how building a $71 million YMCA, including bond interest, and I think it's even more than that from what Steve just mentioned, is going to make my life and every other citizen's in this town's life more affordable. Inquiring minds want to know.
Thank you for your comments.
I asked the question.
I'll answer it at my time to speak.
Okay. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Jim Hughes, Forked River, Barnegat Pines. After 35 years, that's where I live, I guess. I saw a sign by the church. Anyways,
It's still there.
it's about to be 5 minutes. I know what I wrote out here, so.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up something I brought up 3 years ago, and then I'm going to go into the gist of it. A few years ago, I came up to this microphone to talk about the tons of plastic bags that we were putting in our trash bins. For me, I went to only one place in town to recycle them, which was a small box in Coles about the size of a fire hydrant, where a town of 30,000 people were supposed to use. Now even that tiny box is gone. When I first started coming to town meetings years ago, at every meeting, the mayor would announce how much money the town was saving on tipping fees at the landfill by recycling. Now there are even more of these produce bags, et cetera, in every parking lot waiting to get washed into the storm drains and eventually our lakes, the bay, and our ocean. Microplastic isn't just in our water, it's even in our bodies. In autopsies now, they are finding plastic in every human organ, including the brain, an average of about the same amount of a plastic fork or a credit card. This is not just a town problem, it's a national problem, but now Congress recently has been pushing through bills eliminating the Endangered Species Act, and the EPA has been castrated. Those acts were signed into law by President Nixon in 1973 because pollution was so bad back then, the Cuyahoga River in Ohio used to catch on fire every other week. Now, just change the subject. Regina DeSenza and Richard Bidnick attend every town meeting, school board meetings, budget meetings, and they always ask why more town people don't attend these meetings. It's a question I always thought about, because even though I'm not a big fan of speaking at the microphone in public, I know how important it is. I grew up in Ireland, which means the gift of gab is a genetic thing with Irish people. So when I run my errands around this town, I've lived in for 35 years now, I talk to everyone. I talk to people and I ask them, with all the property taxes increases and never-ending developments going on everywhere, why don't they speak up at the meetings? The most common reply I get back is, they don't give a blank about us. I can understand that sentiment because I've gone to the school board meetings to get up to the microphone and tell them a 20% tax property increase will be the final straw for people who have lived here for generations in this town. Most of my longtime neighbors told me they've had enough and they're moving south, where Lacey used to look like. I know my mortgage increased by 20% every month after our pleas fell on deaf ears. Our utility bills, because of AI data centers, the skyrocketing inflation and gas prices brought on by tariffs and a war no one voted for, has people truly struggling in an unsustainable financial climate. My mortgage payment went up 20%, but my pension only went up 2%. And that's some scary math. I told those teachers who all wore the same T-shirts that being a union member means a lot more than everyone wearing the same shirt. I told them that we would have joined them if they had gone to Trenton to fight that budget. Instead, they stuck it on the taxpayers. When I spent decades in Manhattan at a union of electricians, there were times when we had to defend our jobs. Like when the coalition would show up with 4 school buses full of guys carrying baseball bats, clubs, machetes, who were there to shut down your construction site. I can say you can really feel your heart beating when hundreds of men are facing each other in the street, kind of like the movie Braveheart. A few weeks ago, I was driving down Route 9 in Lenoka Harbor, and I saw an elderly man on the side of the road with a big sign around his neck. So I pulled over and offered him a few bucks to get something to eat. You can pass this for me. Okay. Place here. I asked him if he needed a few bucks to get something to eat. He told me, no, I don't want a handout. I want to work. I'm 79 years old and I'm still in good shape. He had a sandwich bag full of pieces of paper with his phone number on them. I called a friend who offered him some light yard work. That senior citizen desperately standing on the side of a road with a sign around his neck is a canary in the coal mine when it comes to the future of Lacey longtime residents. I was in Home Depot the other day and noticed the astronomical price of Romex electrical wire, $179 for 1 coil of Romex. Last year it was half that price. You see, copper has a 50% tariff on it now, as does many construction materials, and the diesel trucks, a higher price that deliver these materials. So with all due respect, any big projects in this town has planned should be put on hold until things return to normal. We are already tap dancing in quicksand financially. We are all being driven with the foot to the floor and no brakes into a true crisis. Any major project now would be as tone deaf as spending $1 billion in tax dollars for a ballroom people can't even afford the gas, when people can't even afford the gas to get to work.
Lacey Township has always been the hidden jewel of Ocean County, but now that is quickly changing. My favorite music group, one of them, is the Eagles. And one of my favorite songs they have is called The Last Resort. And every time I drive around Lacey nowadays, I hear this song from that lyric in my head, where it says, "Some men came and raped the land, and nobody caught them. They put up a bunch of ugly boxes, and Jesus' people bought them." And here we are. Thank you.
Wow, that was good. Did you
Oh, I
practice
missed
that in
my-
front of the mirror?
I missed my props. Millions of these going into storm drains.
Quickly on the recycling. we
Oh,
don't-
yeah, turtles love to
we don't-
swallow these
we
and
don't-
die.
We don't get tipping anymore.
Oh, they don't do that?
No, we don't get
You don't get
reimbursed.
the recycling
don't get-
tonnage money
You know,
anymore.
the thing is, everybody, recycles the jar, plastic bottles and stuff, that's all great. But for some reason, the plastic bags, and they're on everything, the produce, fruit grows in its own package, nature gives it its own package. Why do they wrap apples in plastic and things like that? I don't understand. And then people will use those produce bags, they'll put one off, there'll be 20 behind it, they'll take the whole thing, and then you find 20 of them attached to each other in the parking lot blowing around.
The next time we have our Lacey Lakes cleanup, I hope you will attend.
I'm good, I'm game.
We
I
did it
turned
last-
senior
we're
citizen
not-
this year.
we're
I'm
not
a
sure
little-
we're doing
I'm a
it.
little on the wobbly side, but I.
We did it last May, but I'm not sure we're doing it this year.
Yeah,
We're still
okay,
in
yeah, all
discussion.
right. Yeah, hey, listen, I'm all environment, that's me.
If you call Lacey United Methodist Church, they collect those,
Oh, these bags?
and they turn them in, and they get benches to go around the church.
great, yeah, because
So
you know
just
what-
give them a call tomorrow. I think they're ending the last one, probably won't start another one, but give them a call.
Well, there's all different numbers for these.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, what was it? There's a website, howtorecycle.com with the number 2, how to recycle, and that shows you like everything. I look through the calendar too, and I see a lot of, like lawn chairs and stuff, you gotta go to Manahawk and stuff, that's okay. I mean, as long as you can.
Give the church a call.
All right.
And they'll tell you if
Lacey,
they're still running the
Is that the one
program.
on 9 down there past Walmart?
Down here.
Oh,
The old St.
Lacey
Pius.
United Methodist Church.
okay, all right.
Used to be
All right,
the old
fine,
St.
fine.
Pius.
Okay, all right, that sounds great. I
And
appreciate
as we know with the plastic bags, one of the issues were, back when we started doing recycling, plastic is plastic, so we all threw it in there. And then, of course, we all got instructed, don't throw the bags in there. It was all over the news because the plastic bags, they may be recyclable, but the machines that sort out the recycling, the bags knot them up, so they,
Yeah, it's weird
so
because you
so
can
it's like,
Yeah.
we can't win when we try.
Yeah, well, I know, it's like you can you can recycle the lid of the margarine tub, but the tub thing itself, you can't. But I just feel horrible because I go through a lot of, there's a lot of plastic everywhere, and I hate throwing it in the garbage. But
Appreciate your comments.
anyways, thank you.
Thank you.
Come on up. Regina.
Regina DeSenza, Sunset Drive, Sunrise Beach. Do you know what the 4 letters YMCA stands for?
Young Men's Christian
Christian
Association.
Association. Okay, so over 40 years ago, when I worked in Manhattan, there were YMCAs in Midtown Manhattan. They were transient dormitories, and they were not very pleasant to walk by. So I know the YMCA's come a long way, but, that's the image I have in my mind sometimes when I hear those letters. Okay? So what Mr. Letelier said was indeed something to be explored and thought about very carefully. So last week, I was pleased to finally hear that the LMUA was giving their 5% surplus of $472,000 returned to the taxpayers as small tax relief on the township budget. For the past 2 years, the LMUA surplus was given to the school district instead of the ratepayers. Truthfully, all of that surplus funding for the past 3 years should have been returned to the water ratepayers, but it wasn't. The LMUA chairman also noted this would be the last time the surplus could be given for a while because the LMUA has $22 million of their own infrastructure upgrades to complete within the next few years. At least the LMUA knows how to properly maintain their infrastructure, unlike other entities. The school district is a prime example. Neglecting maintenance is what caused the need for the $28 million roof referendum. I sure hope all goes well with the new roof projects. There were about 5 bid resolutions on the Tuesday, May 12th agenda to begin several of the referendum projects. The last 3 years of tax increases has put an undue burden on many families and seniors in this town. With food and gas prices rising constantly, it is a struggle for people to make ends meet. No one should have to choose between medicine, food, and taxes, and that goes on every single day. And congratulations to the Warden House being named today as one of the top 10 endangered sites in the state by Preservation New Jersey. A property has to meet a lot of criteria to get on their list. How do I know? In 2004, I had the Van Arsdale Good Luck Farmhouse listed where everyone shops now at Walmart. Shame on Lacey for mowing down all its history with a bulldozer.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Anything
your comments.
We're batting around the order. Top of the order.
I'm not attacking you this time, Steve.
No, I don't care.
That's what you're saying now.
Just state your name again.
Kevin Flynn, Forked River. So if, Peggy, if you can remember what Bobby said Tuesday night at the meeting about the breakdown of the taxes, and if you don't, Bobby, if you could in your comments say it,
Yep.
because it was very eye-opening about
That
how.
people don't know
Yes.
that we're
So
responsible
if you
for-
could make that statement, so it was very informative. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make it.
Anything else from the public?
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Didn't see you.
State your name for the record.
Sure. Melody Pryor, Whitcomb Road, Forked River. First of all, what about the citizens that actually live in this town? Most of us, actually, I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for myself. But most people that I do speak to everywhere that I go, so I can gather a rather solid consensus. The council thinks that the YMCA is a good idea, and it is, depending, like, I have nothing against the YMCA, but where it would be built and how it would be funded. I feel money would be spent causing neglect of the monies for the YMCA. Right now, the way it seems, as it's being put together, I'm getting a strong feeling that what it's really going to do is cause a neglect to our police department, what they need, to our, our EMS, to all the things that are needed for the people who live here. We don't need more recreation, we need safety, we need security, and they need everything that they need to do their jobs properly. We can't take from them for something that we need. We need to put the money where it needs to go. As a council, you should be interested in what will benefit the citizens, the taxpayers who hold this town up, instead of taking more of what the citizens simply do not have. Is the YMCA worth disregarding the needs of the tax-paying citizen? That's the bottom line. Thank you, and thank you for everything you do. I know it's not easy. Thank you.
Anything else?
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Comments from the committee, Deputy Mayor Lorette.
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to apologize.
Good, take your time.
My comments kind of, well, yeah, some's prepared, but I do like to address a lot of the comments that were made. Can you come back to me? As far as the why I made my comments. But, Mr. Flynn, I got the same concerns with the police station, so I do hear you loud and clear. And I've always said that. But first, I want to start off with mentioning a couple events. I see Barry's not here tonight, but Relay for Life is at Veterans Park on May 31st from 12 to 7 is approximately it. But yes, if everybody, because this is, from what I understand, the only one left in the state for the cancer walk. So that's May 31st, 12 to 7.
Notice I have it 30.
30th at noon.
Oh, 30th. 30th, yes.
Your time's up. You made a mistake.
Oh, well. Saturday, May 16th, which is this one, is Caffrey's Wing Fest to benefit the Tunnel to Tunnel Foundation. May 23rd, the PBA is putting on its first fishing derby with the help of the Fish Hawks Anglers Club here in town. Little information on businesses in town. As we all know, where White Castle was, Tim Hortons has got to be close to opening. They've been working on it, and we haven't been given a date, but that's real close to opening, which anybody that don't know, that's a coffee and baked goods shop. At the planning board meeting the other night, we okayed where the mattress store and the beauty store was in the ShopRite Plaza, Five Below's going in there, and they're anticipating their opening the end of September. Jim Hughes, I agree. Before I got on the committee, since I've been on it, I've attended quite a few things that a lot of people in this room attend. Attendance is poor. And I know a lot of times people look at us to attend a lot of stuff. We can only attend so much. But the shame of it is there's just about 30,000 people in this town. Of course, that includes kids. Important meetings. I've gone to very important meetings that have been set up specially for multiple things, whether it's a school, whether it's a town, whether it's whatever issue. The attendance is poor. Which leads into another thing that I talked about a little bit the other night, and it's volunteerism. It's nowhere near. I know families are busy and everything else. Years ago, that was one of the big things the school system was proud of, because they could run so many programs because of volunteers. The recreation, for the second year in a row, put out a volunteers fair about a month ago. Guess what? It was well attended by organizations. I seen the same faces there. You know, so sometimes when we look out and see how we can help our town, it's not sitting behind a computer screen and making comments. It's getting out and helping. If you want to come here and make a comment, you know, whether we like the comments or not, whether you like the comments or not, get out there. Put your foot forward. You know what? This town is as good as it is because of the people in it. And yes, things may have not went the way they were all the time in government here in Lacey Township. All we can try to do is anybody in here that keeps dwelling on the past, which is what we hear all the time, there is no way in hell you can move forward if you keep dwelling on the past. We're here to work together and move forward. Because of Mr. Kennis talked about land use, different things that took place, God, some of them 50, 60 years ago. You know what? I know there's a couple people up here that haven't even reached that age yet, so it's hard to blame people for that. You know, the world has changed. The nice thing is, you people have the option of changing us. And even with the controversy, you know, however it goes with the why, you know, it's a proposal. You're getting the option to make the decision. You know, so everybody's doing what they can for that. One quick thing I just want to make, because I've been trying to give updates on our Department of Public Works. Of course, it's springtime, so they're out cutting the fields, cutting all the property owned by the township right now, so that's getting done. The fields are getting lined. There's two projects on the paving projects on the calendar this year. One is Haynes Street, which is going to be, now I got to put my glasses on because that's when I got to read. From Manchester Avenue to Route 9, it's going to be milled and paved. There's going to be various improvements to handicap ramps. There's going to be some additional sidewalks. Penn Avenue North, the entire length, from curb to curb, will be milled and repaved. These projects, as we know, paving, even though it's a busy time of the year, usually gets done in the warmer months, which is also when town's busy, but the pavement has to be able to be spread, so, but that's supposed to start in June or July. A couple things they've finished up on this year. Of course, last couple of meetings, I've talked about the docks. The south dock is completely done. That project has been buttoned up. Everything's done. The slips are being filled. This past year, we also finished up the Gilly Park Pavilion with a new roof, and the Hebrew Park, which had a couple phases with upgrading bathrooms and different things like that. That pavilion has been done, totally redone, and ready to enjoy. And outside of that, I want to thank everybody for their comments, and have a good night.
Thank you, Bob. Committeewoman Giuliano.
Yes, thanks, Mayor. Just a couple comments. First of all, we had over 81 calls from our fire departments this past month. Again, thank you to our fire companies that take care of us here in town and do it out of the goodness of their hearts. We also had some incidents at our school and at our local business here in town. Don't want to get into what that was and all that kind of stuff. I just want to say that we should be very grateful to our police department. They were there within seconds, minutes, taking care of everything that needed to be taken care of, and we're very fortunate to have them be who they are, fighting for our town, taking care of us, making sure that no one was in danger, except themselves, actually. So we should be very grateful to them. I wanted to remind everybody that we're having a Memorial Day parade on the 25th, if I have the right day, yes, the 25th, it's Monday. Please come out and support. It's good to see people walking and cheering and everything else on Lacey Road. Again, it always starts down at the church, the Methodist church down across the street from the Catholic church down the street here, so that's where it always starts off. I was going to talk about the docks too. They're finished up. It looks beautiful. I went down and looked. It really, what a beautiful improvement to our town, our beautiful town that we have here. Now, to answer questions as far as responding to someone, here's what I'll say. That it is my job up here to fight for anything that is needed in this town, whether it's for my fire companies, my police departments, my DPW, town hall. That's part of our job up here, my job included. I've gone to the MUA 2 years in a row to try to help the situation at our school system, trying to help some women that were working for 25 years and were going to lose their jobs. So I asked for money from the MUA, which we're entitled to get. And I did give it to the school system for 2 years. I say the word "I" only because I'm talking about me giving the presentation, not me doing everything. I'm not a me person, I'm us person. This year, I went to them to ask to try to help us lower our tax rate. And by doing that, we've got the 472,000, I think it was, approximately, that brought down our rate some. That's what I do for my town. I love this town. I raised my children here. I fight for my town. I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be. And as far as the comment in reference to about a lie or not lying or not telling everything, we did not go into any deal just because you see pictures up and all that. There is no deal on the horizon. We are talking, and nothing but talking is going on right now. That's all we're doing, just so we have the information before we put it out there. That's what I'm doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. Committeeman Curatello.
Thank you. I'm going to read a short statement from our Recreation Department. They wanted me to talk about some announcements for folks here in town and specifically for some folks that have kids. Pete, please announce this. Registration for summer camp has begun. It costs $200 for the 7-week program. Please see our summer brochure. It's available at the Recreation Department and online and our Recreation Facebook page. Beach badges go on sale on Friday, May 15th. They will be available Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4:30 p.m.
and available at the Farmers Market, which begins May 22nd. Farmers Market begins May 22nd on the grounds at the Lacey United Methodist Church. They always do a great job there, and you can get some wonderful food there, not just produce. If you haven't been, I highly recommend. It's during work hours for me, but if I could ever get there, I'd do it. Thank you, compliments James Weiland, Lacey Township Recreation, an excellent person in our town. So a little bit of backstory about our summer camps. So that's 35 days. That comes out to $5.71 a day. It's total financial loss for us, but we do it for the kids and the families. And it gets more expensive every year. There are more certifications that those kids need every year, whether it's choking or Heimlich maneuver or bullying. There's different things that those kids need. And it's a real value add that we like to provide from our recreation department. YMCA, I'm going to echo the same statement that we heard from Mr. Larray. And you can follow me into the booth. It's my vote, my permission. You could follow me into the booth. If you vote yes on a referendum, I will vote yes on up here, and that's regardless if it's 5-1, 4-1 against me. If you vote no, I will vote no. I answer to you. You don't want it on a referendum, I'm not going to vote for it. I have said publicly, I appreciate the quality that a YMCA will add to our town, but if you don't want it, I'm here working for you, and I will not vote for it if you vote no. So I would say do your research on that. Also, you know, we talked about a lot of things here, but one of the things that it got me, and we all pay attention to different things, we have different scopes of experience. Accessory dwelling units. Senate Bill 1786 is a disaster. It's a disaster. Go try to get, you know, I worked with Mr. McDonald just for 1 year. He did it for 25 years before I ran for Township Committee, and I had to get off of the Zoning Board of Adjustment. And, of course, Mr. Kennis and Mr. Larray, it's not easy getting a permit sometimes, especially if you want to build or change something on the water. But here, if you want to increase the human tonnage in our town and sheetrock out a garage, it's okay. And it will sound political, but it's not. I have always called this kind of action blue state building. Just get as many people in here as you can and tax our schools, make it difficult, increase traffic. I don't think it's right, and I don't think that if you have a single-family home that is zoned with 3 bedrooms, a 1,500 square foot house, you should have 7 or 8 or 12 or 13 people in it. There's other parts around New Jersey where that's allowed, and it becomes very, very difficult and problematic, especially if there's a septic system in there and not city water. I want to thank publicly Mike Troncone, who serves on our health department, as well as the board at Seabreeze. They put on and asked me to speak with the permission of Mayor Kennis at their Emergency Preparedness Summit the other day. So to Wayne McMullen and the president over there, in particular, thank you to Chief Sullivan and Captain Della Sala. We all spoke about the you know, the needs in town with specific regard to emergency preparedness. Hurricane season will be here before you know it. We are not immune to it. But there was other topics as well. I'm not going to take a deep dive into what's going to happen with populations here with the pending 5 weeks of the World Cup, but make sure you get 90 days of your medication. That's what I will say. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's something to be just prepare for and be cognizant of. It's going to be an economic boom, but there will be maybe other issues with that as well. It's going to confluence with the baseball all-star game, our tourism season, a PGA event, and an LPG event. So there's going to be, and our 250th in Philly, which I'm extremely patriotic and proud of, and I can't wait to go. I think Mr. McDonald thinks I'm nuts. But if I'm living and I'm upright and I'm breathing, I'm going to Philadelphia that day. I don't care how uncomfortable or hot it is. So I want my grandkids to see those pictures. I want to thank the Boy Scouts and Jacqueline Straughter. Full disclosure, I work with Jacqueline at the County Health Department. She wanted a tour with the Cub Scouts, so they came here, and thank you to the Police Department. It was just a great night. So I like doing that forward-facing stuff and talking with Seabreeze. Again, and Mrs. Giuliano said it, doesn't matter which one of us speak, it's on behalf of the committee. We're talking on behalf, Mrs. Giuliano or Mr. Kennis, somebody, whoever up here, Deputy Mayor, Committeeman, McDonald, they speak, it's on behalf of the committee. So there's no I in the team. We just try to get out at different things and our different scopes of interest and expertise, and I think that is about it. Please pay attention to the accessory dwelling unit. It's S-1786. We have to keep local control. These guys have all done this land use stuff. There's over 150 years on our land use boards of experience. We know what we're doing. We don't need Trenton to tell us to bastardize our town. So please pay attention to it and have your voice heard. We can argue amongst ourselves and have difference of opinion amongst ourselves, but don't let Trenton come in and dominate us. We know our town. We're okay. There's a lot of capital, a lot of academic capital up here. Thank you for the extended time, Mayor.
Thank you, Pete. Committeeman McDonald.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple of things here. Saw in the paper the other day that our esteemed governor is considering working with the Democrats to redo the districts. Sound familiar? How about Virginia? Okay? But the Senate president basically said, no, I don't think we're going to do that because in New Jersey, they have to go in and change the Constitution, and they don't want to open up that Constitution because if you open up the Constitution, guess what? It's a free-for-all, and they don't want a free-for-all. So I don't think we're going to get that. And then you got the 2030 census, and then 2032 with all the fights, and they're going to change them anyhow in 2032. As far as the YMCA goes, this is the time of year in which we get a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but an increase in vandalism and graffiti in Gilly Park. So why is that? Well, it's because the middle school sports programs are basically over. Those kids have nowhere to go, so they walk right through on Kenneth Way and come into the park. And if you come in around 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3:30, this park is crazy with kids. And I'm okay with that. But they have a tendency to do a little vandalism, a little graffiti. It's kids being kids, but it costs us money. So if we have the Y, maybe they got a place to go. Maybe they can go in there and play basketball or get in the pool and swim some laps or whatever clubs they're running at the YMCA. All right? Now, I wanted to address Mr. Bidnick. Mr. Bidnick has criticized me up here saying, at the last meeting, I said, I don't care what mistakes were made in the past. And he's right. I don't, because we've probably already fixed them or working on fixing them. See, that's the problem. I can't change history. Nobody up here on this dais can change history. You can't. There was a mistake made, a blunder. We got to deal with it. And yes, I know where we were, and I know where we're going. This is a great town. And I'll tell you what, I golf every Thursday. I see Kevin at Wawa every Thursday morning. And I was at the bar, 19th hole, having a beer. Got talking to the guy beside me, and he says, where are you from? I said, Lacey Township. Didn't tell him I'm on the township committee, didn't say anything. I'm from Lacey Township. He says, I'm strongly considering moving there because it's such a great town. I have no idea who this guy is. I have no idea where he lives. Okay? But that's what he said to me. I didn't ask him. He volunteered it. This is a great town. It is. And yes, we had the volunteer fair about a month ago. It wasn't a great turnout, but they never are. But if you talk to the people who were there and the people who showed up, and I said this to them, you get 1 or 2 people going to help join your organization, that's a good night. And they agreed. And I went around and talked to some people. There was only one that didn't get any, and that was the thrift shop down here. on the Methodist Church. They didn't get anybody. They got some people, maybe. But everybody else got one or two, and that's all you need, because guess what? They're going to tell their friends, hey, I'm volunteering here. Oh, that sounds interesting. Can I join you? Yeah, maybe you can. And you build it that way. We'll hold it again next year. Can't hold it every year because it just gets redundant. But I know where this town's going. At least I think I know where this town is going. It should go. I'm a believer in the YMCA. I grew up in the YMCA. Okay? Played basketball. We didn't have a pool. We had a basketball court. And if you lost, guess what? You were sitting for about an hour. That's just the way it was. I think the Y would be a huge, huge benefit. And go online and Google the impact of a YMCA in your town, and you will find that the housing rate, the increase in value of the housing is anywhere from 10 to 15%. Because people want to move where there's recreation. Now, Jim has talked about homeless coming to the YMCA and so forth like that. I will tell you this, that has never been brought up, and I would put at the meetings that I attended, and I would put a stop to that right away. All right? We're not going to do that. I will fight that tooth and nail. When Mr. Kennis called me 3 or 4 years ago about it, I was excited about the YMCA. But if we're going to have, and the buildings that they've shown us have no bedrooms, they have showers because there's a men's locker room.
And women's
And
locker.
women.
And a women's shower, right? We have everything, we have all that you would have for a recreation. But there's no bedrooms, and that would be, you'd have to have those for that. Now, if there's an emergency where we use the gym, I think the YMCA would allow us another Sandy or something like that, where we had to move people into the gym. We would use that. That's a good thing for this town. That's a good thing for this town. Everyone talks about the traffic. Guess what? Go look at what Berkeley just built on the north end of town. Another 70 apartments. You got Waretown, they got that monstrosity down there up by the ShopRite. They got, what, 200 units in there? And then you go further down, they got another one that's got at least 300 or 400 units in there. On the left-hand side if you're going south. That's where and guess what? You come up 9 or go down 9, where do you stop to get a cup of coffee or the newspaper? It's got to be Lacey, because there's nothing there. And if you go out in Waretown to get on the Parkway, it's good. It's longer. So they come up here, they get a cup of coffee for the ride, and they go. That's why we have traffic. And guess what? We can't control what Berkeley does, what Waretown does. We just can't. I know the guys in Waretown very well, and I know the people in Berkeley very, very well. They're fighting, just like we are, to get things in town that aren't going to be tax-free or reduce your taxes, but are going to try to stabilize them and reduce the growth of taxes. Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you, Tim.
Steve, just one
Just
thing.
one thing.
I was reminded I forgot to address something. This is quick. Kevin had asked if I could explain what I explained the other night about taxes. Because that's very important to all of us. We all pay them. Believe it or not, even we pay them up here, in case you don't think so, because that'll be in the paper next that we don't pay taxes. We all pay taxes. None of us want them to go up. You got to remember, this governing body sitting up here? We control 20 cents on the dollar of your taxes. That's all we control. And yes, we try to keep it down as much as we can. This year, as Mr. Kennis has said many a times, he's been on here 12, 13 years. This has been as tough as the biggest battles in the back room trying to keep the rate down because things are getting where nobody can control it. But basically, 20 cents on a dollar. 20 cents goes to your local government, 60 cents, basically 60% goes to your school system, 20% goes to the county, give or take a tenth every given year. But think of that. If you got a $6,000 tax bill, which hopefully you don't, but that's not uncommon, 20 20% of that is $1,200. Think of the services you get for that 20% out of what this governing body has control over. Your garbage pickup, your volunteer services, your police department, your parks, your recreation, the road department, all the services that Lacey provides. You can't even buy private garbage pickup for what the amount that we have control of your tax dollar. And I only come up with that because somebody badgered me on a ride home from the airport about their tax bill, and I asked them if they ever read it. The third time I asked him, he told me no. Well, guess what? I never did either at that point. It was a couple years ago. So I went and looked at it, and I come to find out, which was news to me, because you know what? We all pay our taxes to Lacey Township, and that's all we look at. But this governing body only controls 20 cents on the dollar. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Forgive my notes, Carol. I was going to mention the Revolution NJ, but I only have the dates. So Lacey Alliance, or is it, maybe next meeting?
Just the Lacey Alliance now.
Okay, the Revolution NJ exhibit schedule will be at the Lacey Alliance Luncheon on Friday, June 26th. I wish I had my notes to explain what it is, but attend the Lacey Alliance Luncheon on Friday, June 26th. Next meeting. We have time to the 26th. I'll take it next meeting.
It's an exhibit.
Yes, I know it's an exhibit.
So, wait, 14, 15 panels, right?
So why don't you just you quickly describe it while you're up there, very quickly. Very
Give it
quickly.
back to her, let her have it, so she's, who am I talking to?
Just very quickly,
You guys
just
are
describe what it is so everybody knows.
Talk to them.
Because it's on, we're one of, what, 2 counties getting it?
But use the mic, please.
Great, it works.
We were lucky enough to get the exhibit from the state of New Jersey. It's called Revolutionary Lives. It's the traveling exhibit. It's only going to be in Ocean County twice in 2026, and Lacey's going to have it at the Alliance. So if you have a chance, go over and see it. After it leaves there, and I have to say this,
Go ahead.
it's going to go to the Berkeley Historic Society, and it'll be there for a week. And then on 4th of July, it'll be at Bayville VFW for the picnic. So if you get a chance, it's a really amazing exhibit, kind of once in a lifetime to read all about people. What are the dates? June 20th.
June 26th at Lacey, in Lacey.
26th at the Alliance. So it'll be in Lacey for the 26th.
Community Center.
Yeah.
Right. Which is the luncheon. At the community center. Correct,
Yes.
but I believe that they're gonna leave that part of the exhibit will be on the side, so anybody can come in during the luncheon and see the exhibit.
Thank you very much.
Sorry that I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Carol, you went and applied for the grant and made that happen for us. So we give this lady a lot of credit.
The Fork River Mountain cleanup was a couple weeks ago, and this year they totaled 15 tons of trash, and the grand total for all 33 cleanups they've had is almost 800 tons. It's kind of disgusting, actually, but we're glad. So I commend the Fork River Mountain Coalition for doing that year after year, and all the volunteers that show up to clean Fork River Mountain. I attended the Ocean County Department of Human Services. They had a mental health awareness event at the Toms River Library. I attended because we had 2 students in the Lenoka Harbor and Fork River School win. Their pictures, I think it's countywide. Again, I lost my notes for this too. But it's countywide, and they're going on the county calendar this year. But there were 2 students from Lacey Township, so I just wanted to attend to support them. Just want to mention also what Peggy said about the police. The police have had a number of challenging issues so far this year, and I just want to commend Chief Sullivan and all the officers for the job that they're doing so far. I was on a Pinelands Alliance. The Pinelands Alliance held a Zoom call to educate for mayors that own property in the Pinelands, and it was over data centers, and so we'll be discussing that. You know, got the whole presentation. And it's something I'm going to have the committee look at next, we're going to be on next caucus meeting. And the why. Just again, briefly on the, not really talking about the why, but our website, the town website was updated not that long ago. And Amy's been posting front and center all the information as we get it on the why, as we get it. There's all links and tabs full of all the information that we have so far regarding the why. I think that's it.
Wonderful.
Motion to adjourn.
Move it.
Second.
Resolution.
We're in executive session.
Resolution 2026-178, resolution of Township of Lacey County of Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the meeting of executive session for its people.
Second, need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Kill the tape.